متابعين الكرام، تقبل الله صيامكم وقيامكم. شكراً لاختياركم قناة اسمع إنجليش، حيث تتعلمون اللغة الإنجليزية بالاستماع. لا تنسوا الصلاة على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. ولنبدأ قصتنا الجديدة الآن.
Ollie is 30 years old, and today is the first day of Ramadan for him. He lives alone in a small apartment far from his family because he has moved for work. This morning he wakes up very early for suhoor, the pre-dawn meal. He carefully prepares his plate with dates, bread, and a glass of milk. He knows that suhoor is important to give strength for the day of fasting. He eats slowly, making a sincere intention to fast only for Allah. After finishing his meal, Ali washes his hands, face, and performs wudu, then prays Fajr, the first prayer of the day. He spends a few minutes making dhikr, remembering Allah, and reflecting on the blessing of having food even while living alone. As the morning passes, Ollie prepares for his day, but his main focus is on planning the iftar meal for the evening. He thinks carefully about what foods will break his fast in a healthy and fulfilling way. He plans soup with fresh vegetables and lentils, bread, rice, a small salad with tomatoes and cucumbers, dates for breaking the fast, and water or juice. He even arranges the table in his mind, imagining the order he will eat the foods and the sequence of prayers around iftar. Throughout the day he feels hunger, but he reminds himself that fasting is not only about abstaining from food and drink, it is also about patience, self-control, and gratitude. He spends some time preparing small ingredients in advance, cutting vegetables for the soup and salad, washing rice, placing dates on a clean plate, making sure everything will be ready when the adhan for Moghrib is called. As the afternoon moves forward, Ollie feels the first signs of tiredness and thirst. He drinks a little water in the early hours of the day and focuses on keeping himself calm and patient, thinking about the spiritual meaning of Ramadan and the sunnah of the Prophet. When the sun begins to set, he hears the adhan of Maghrib from a nearby mosque. He smiles and feels excitement because it is time to break the fast. He washes his hands and face, sits at the table, recites the dua for breaking the fast, eats a few dates, drinks water, then slowly enjoys the hot soup, the fresh salad, the warm bread, and the rice. He tastes each ingredient mindfully, feeling grateful for the meal and reflecting on the blessings of Allah. After finishing iftar, Ali prays Maghrib, then cleans the dishes, washes the table, and takes a short rest before preparing for Tarawih, the special nightly prayer during Ramadan. He performs Tarawih at home, standing and sitting with calmness, focusing on the words of the Quran. After Tarawih, he plans the next suhoor, waking up again very early, preparing dates, bread, milk, and a small fruit. He drinks water and eats slowly, thinking about how to have enough energy for fasting and how to prepare iftar again in the evening. Ollie repeats this routine carefully every day of Ramadan, learning the vocabulary of Ramadan foods such as dates, bread, milk, soup, rice, salad, juice, and water. understanding their importance in the fast. He also reflects on the spiritual meaning of eating and drinking, knowing that each meal prepared and eaten with intention counts as an act of worship. Ali feels proud to observe Ramadan alone, maintaining patience, gratitude, and devotion in every action. He makes each suhoor and iftar meaningful, tasting the flavors and thinking about the sunnah. He even plans to share some dates or small food with neighbors and friends, practicing charity or sadaqah through this daily routine. Ali learns discipline, mindfulness, and appreciation for the blessings of food, water, and health. He notices that the simple act of preparing suhoor and iftar is a form of worship when done sincerely for Allah, and that every small detail, from washing hands to arranging the table, matters in Ramadan. By the end of the month, Ali has mastered the vocabulary of Ramadan foods, the practice of fasting, patience, and gratitude, and he feels spiritually stronger, more connected to Allah, and fully aware of the blessing of every meal, every prayer, and every moment spent in reflection. Ali's first Ramadan away from family becomes a complete experience of learning, growth, and devotion. As he continues preparing suhoor and iftar, eating, drinking, praying, and remembering Allah, he understands deeply how important intention, patience, and gratitude are, and how food, meals, and fasting are intertwined with spiritual development. Ali ends each day feeling peaceful, fulfilled, and motivated to continue his journey, knowing that every date, every sip of water, every bowl of soup, every prayer, and every moment of reflection counts and brings him closer to Allah. And through this routine, he not only learns about Ramadan foods, but also about the meaning of fasting, worship, and devotion, fully embracing the blessings of this holy month. Thank you for watching Ali's first day of Ramadan. We hope you enjoyed learning about suhoor and iftar. Now tell us, which food from today's story would you like to try? And which meal do you enjoy the most during Ramadan? Share your answers in the comments. And may Allah accept your fasts, prayers, and good deeds.